Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Encased. We are at the Fops camp and we basically looked throughout the entire dome for a new energy weapon for Dr. Phantasm, but apparently that cannot be found. We cannot find a salesman who has one, so let's just continue, I guess. And the plan is to go to the mirror, not visited that yet, the Jordan Prius salt marshes, and then probably back to the observation camp, try to deal with the necroids of level 24. Right now, let's go to the mirror. You are driving slowly through these soggy swamps. The warm air smells like rot. The vapors rising from the waters are like thick fog filled with the flickering of swamp lights and numerous shadows. However, some of the shadows grab your attention more than others. Yeah, we notice some strange movement nearby. Let's recon. And what do we see? Large insects. Let's get back in the car and drive away. The car floats gently over the road, swaying slightly on bumps. You turn the steering wheel, looking around now and then. And we notice something interesting in the distance. Let's pull over. And a barely visible path leads up a high, chalky white hill with a flat crown. As you ascend, the air seems to condense, acquiring a glossy shine. Vague silhouettes and rays of refracted light hang in space around you. The view from the hill is like a frame from a fantastic movie. The plain, patched white with chalk and salt deposits, is covered with spikes and fragments of dark rock. The sky here bends at a mind-boggling angle. In its curve you can see the slightly distorted reflection of the valley below. Head down the valley, take a walk. The valley looks dangerous. Ask your companion to scout it out for you. Wait and see what happens. Let's use perception. See if you can spot any interesting details in the reflection of the valley. Though at first it seems futile, the more you study the reflection, the more you notice how it differs from the original. The cliffs, the rocks, the terrain, everything is positioned slightly different. Let's just take a walk then. You go down the hill. The terrain resembles the ocean floor. At least all the black cliffs look like they were shaped by waves. And it may have been exactly that at some point. At first glance you find nothing unusual, but a few steps later you notice you're moving in the wrong direction. Close your eyes and make your way, focusing only on sounds. Wander the field at random. Yeah, using the reflection isn't a good idea, I guess, based on what we read before. So let's use perception again, focus only on sounds. The desert is never truly silent. Closing your eyes and concentrating, you hear the soft wind and the gentle rustle of feathery stalks of grass. Hearkening to every minute minute noise, you carefully move forward, pumping your way around the black rocks. There is wind in your ears and a dry, subtle cracking. Probably the crushed sand under your feet. Crushed salt. One more boulder, you stumble over it and nearly fall, but stop yourself by grabbing it with both hands. The worst thing that could happen right now is lose your sense of direction. You listen closely, wind and the dry whisk of drifting sand still guide you. Another step, and your outstretched fingers are touching a rocky surface. Opening your eyes, you see that you reached the hill after all. The terrifying valley is behind you. Well, let's wait and see what happens in the valley. We wait, staring out at the monotonous valley. Suddenly you hear the rumble of a working engine. The sound is gradually coming closer. A car emerges from behind the sandstone ridge. The car is heading straight into the field. The car drives into the valley, executes a couple of sharp turns, and entering a steep skid crashes into a rocky outcropping. A powerful blast lights up the valley. Apparently this car was powered by a nuclear power plant or something. Giant explosion. Leave and continue on your way. So, alright, the mirror. What about the Prius salt marshes? The road you are traveling leads through salt marshes. A majestic white field stretching to the sides and sparkling like a thin layer of snow makes you stop. You get out of the car. The wasteland, crunchy with salt, ends with a sharp border. The edge of salt crust, similar to cloudy glass, abuts the whitewashed ground. Below it and a little above it, there are still layers of heavy water, through which the scarlet bloom is clearly visible. Let's gather a drink from the sea. Well, let's maybe not do that. Gather a bit of salt. You sit on the shore and scoop some sparkling water into a cup. The process is harder than it first appears. Most of the effort is dedicated to dissolving the salt and to removing impurities. You can only leave or drink. This will probably lead to negative effects. Drinking seawater is never a bright idea. You scoop up some water with your hands and drink thirstily. It turns out to be salty. Well, that's not really a surprise. After a couple of gulps, it burns in your mouth. You spit it out, shaking your head, and realize your thirst has actually increased. Yes, that usually happens when you drink seawater. Great, awesome. The body will need a lot of fresh water to remove the excess salt from itself. Yeah, I could have guessed that. So, maybe we can actually try to do the first settlers camp. The enemies here are level 25, I think, and level 24 here. Right. First settlers camp it is. Right, we are cruising around. Looking around now and then. We notice something interesting in the distance. We find a backpack lying on the flat top of a low hillock. It's an unpretentious bit of gear, worn and a bit dusty. There's no one and nothing interesting nearby except the backpack. You wonder how it ended up here. It seems suspicious, as if it was deliberately placed to draw the eye of a random traveler. Yeah, a trap. Let's approach it. Maybe we can find something useful. It doesn't look any different up close. Sturdy fabric, straps, stitching loosened by long use, stains and dust. One thing you notice when you get closer, the main opening at the top is unfastened and there's clearly something inside. You also notice that directly beneath the backpack, sand has been swept over a barely visible bump. It's a trap for greedy and unobservant people. The backpack is sitting atop a landmine. Well, we can disarm the landmine. With the backpack in the way, the mine under it is almost invisible, and in addition, your every movement raises clouds of sandy dust that clog in your nostrils and eyes, but you persevere. Once the trap is disabled, you're free to take the loot. Take half the contents. No, let's take everything. You sit down on the sand and pull the bag close. Several minutes later, you cleaned out all the valuables. You don't need the backpack itself. Item received, salt, red force, noodles, a frag grenade and electrical equipment, I think it said. Should probably get some water. Salt water, but we're not thirsty. Alright then. Let's maybe get a soda. A proper meal. To get a few buffs. Can we use the points somewhere that will help us in the fight? Science will give us an extra level. More hit points, I guess. And survival. Evasion, regeneration plus 10, hermit is not relevant, only when you travel without companions. So more evasion and more regeneration. If we get this to 90, medicine only gives us the reputation bonus. This will give us robot charging, pepper spray, harpoon. Pulls the target within 15 squares. Trapping. Trapping might be useful. Science. 30 points needed for the extra level. And that will give us... not sure how many skill points. Well, let's try to manage as we are now. Everything is reloaded. This is Grunt. Charger. Don't think we need to be in this area for the beacon. And right now we're only interested in installing the beacon. Not clearing out the map.
The bruiser quizzically sticks out his chin.
Right. Just hit people when it's necessary, Crumb.
The musclehead cracks his knuckles and smiles gracefully.
It's a great plan. I love it. All right, let's go.
Level 25. He is alone, so we may be able to deal with him. Well, he's not alone. Can we avoid them maybe? There's also a dead end. We need to get to this area. Not sure where the installation point is. Right, this is the entrance. Where is the beacon installation point? Guess we need to deal with one of the groups. We have an immobilizing grenade, sleep grenade, Molotov and homemade grenades. That might be useful.
You're dead, asshole. Oof. Take these creeps downtown, bros.
Out of range of the flamethrower. Reduce damage. Well, miss everything, that's also an option. Crumb, thank you very much. Relic dart available. Very good. Reload. And wait. Use a medkit.
Take these creeps downtown, bros. Eat shit and die.
Now you're gonna get it.
4 of them.
Do you even know who you are messing with?
Out of range of the flamethrower, I guess. Fragility and this will decrease psychic resistance, doesn't really help us. Blinds everyone within a radius of 4 meters. Out of range. What about the flamethrower? Well, let's maybe not get separated from the group. Save the action points. Let's try the special shot again.
Eat shit and die.
Let's go with a psychedelic and tranquilizing.
Surround them.
Flamethrower.
You're dead, asshole.
Missed. Come on, Crumb. Wow. Phantasm almost dead. How much for a 6 points? Let's maybe get out of range of the other guy. Flamethrower needs ammunition. Or the cryo laser needs ammunition. Crumb's still knocked out. Right, need ammo for the dart gun.
Ow!
Reload.
You're dead, asshole. Ow!
You missed. Wow.
Ow!
He is out of range and has mild fatigue. Chrome probably needs a medkit. Right. Save the points.
Oh my gosh. Blood? I'm hurt.
We need to get closer. Well, in range of the laser.
We can still fix things up.
Some can move up. Provide a target. Well, move up a bit. And choose a medkit. How much for a grenade? 5 points.
I'll definitely get promoted when this is over.
Significant fatigue. Very good. Well, let's use the laser. Now he's out of the firing line. And reload.
This is an official misconduct. Do you even know who I am? Oh.
You'll be dead soon. Reload. Let's see. Some injuries. I think we have enough medkits. 15. To heal everybody up. Some beer. Snacks and drugs. Anything else in their camp? Anagon, useful. Red Force. A Blackwing employee for the dock deck, I guess. Piotr Koch-Buczynski. we cook something, maybe. Heat beans. And that's it. So nothing really useful in the camp. Now we are looking for the tripod where we can install the beacon. It's not marked on the map, so we need to confront the necroids. Let's quickly check if we are missing the beacon here or the tripods. No tripods. Yes, probably here. This is also a... Here are also some items. This might be the tripod. So no way around it. We need to get past the necroids. And move to this area. Here it is. Right, we know what to do. For now I'll make a cut here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.